This is Cristiana Eltrayan, live again for the Pranic process online. It's very beautiful to be with you again. You've been with us for 5 days already, those of you who are in the program. And those of you who are new to this, it's a 8 days program where we meet and discuss aspects of pranic lifestyle, how to get into a higher state of consciousness, into a more beautiful and sustained vibration, but also how to be lighter at the emotional and mental level. So this is what we approach tonight, and we invite you to be with us for this new meeting. The ones who are watching on Facebook, we're going to be live for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to be with our participants that have already subscribed to the whole process. So it's not a free training, one of the things that I have to say, but we're offering an introduction each evening so that people can tune into it and understand what it is and to receive some information that we feel to channel for them. But if you want to watch or participate to the whole training, just be with us and go into the description of this video, click on the link over there and learn how to subscribe to the whole training and be with us for 8 days. It's a daily beautiful meditation that we're using to enhance the pranic intake, cleanse our bodies, but also be in a higher state of consciousness as well, and to enhance our level of emotional and mental efficiency, and cleanse and energize our auric field. So every day we're doing this, and also we're having direct conversations with the participants on what the difficulties they're facing, but also how they're using their day-to-day practice to overcome what's coming up. And we're doing a physical detox with juices that are detoxing their bodies, and that's helping everyone stay on track and have a beautiful experience of being in their body after this Easter, especially after this Easter time, where they had maybe a bit too much of food intake, or where they just want to go lighter and be just happy to not consume so much food and help their bodies enhance the immune system, enhance the capacities of healing, which is very much needed at this time, and enhance the general tonus as well. We do this process each spring because it's necessary in the evolution and in the enhancement of the body, and as we're going more and more into the crystalline structure of the human body, we're having more and more the necessity of being lighter, of being in a more harmonious state. But especially this spring, we felt guided to do this pranic process online because it's been a really challenging time at the immunity level for many people, and this really offers solutions for a better health and a better tonus. And we've had people in the process last time, 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, that have even healed from the virus that humanity is facing now, and have had a thriving time with overcoming all the obstacles of it in just 4 or 5 days, which has been much quicker and much more efficient than what is predicted normally. And yeah, there's wonderful results. I've been presenting this for more than 7 years now, and the experience gained with the people that I worked with has made me truly trust that this process is a good solution for evolution. That's why, especially now, we're starting it again. The theme of tonight, as I've just finished a beautiful workshop with a dear friend of mine at the Pranic Festival online, because we're also having a festival that is free to watch in live streaming. The theme of tonight is how to bring, sorry, something just fell, how to bring a higher vibration with enjoyment, with searching for your joy. So we've talked about practices the other evenings. Each evening we've talked about a practice or emotional detox. Also, last night we've worked about some important emotional aspects that people are facing these days and that uh, they're having difficulty with, and so on. Tonight we're going beyond the emotional detox into the emotional excitement, the emotional aliveness, the emotional thriving, which is a crucial step, I believe, in a pranic journey. For those of you who don't know what a pranic journey is, in this process, many people are interested in going into a lighter diet, and most are interested in going into a higher state of consciousness. And the true thing that we're sharing in this process is how to go into a higher state of consciousness, because diet is just a small aspect of what we are. And yes, it impacts a lot of things in our being, but as I'm always saying, the ability of being nourished by prana is yet another city or yet another superpower, and it's not necessarily what we want to focus on long term, because if that becomes the only focus, then the bigger picture is being missed and it's being overlooked, so, or not observed. And the bigger picture is how you can have a daily practice or a daily attitude better than ever, to be in that state of compassion, kindness, and communion that keeps you in balance, whatever happens in your life, whatever happens around you, whatever happens in the world, and so on. So being in that state of awareness is what we focus on. And diet is a byproduct, because eventually, if you're in balance, eventually, if you're in a lighter state of consciousness, in a state of connection to source and to your high spirit, then naturally you feel less hungry. Naturally you feel nourished. That's the true pranic state that I was talking about the other days as well. That's the pranic state where you are naturally, organically nourished by a source that is overflowing, ever present, that's never gonna let you be hungry again, and that's nourishing you at all levels. So not only physical level, but the emotional and mental levels as well. And that's where we are going to with this process. That's what we're aiming to. And not long ago, I've recorded a meditation that is called the Pranic Meditation. I'm gonna try to post a link here in the comments and also on YouTube as well. The Pranic Meditation is a daily practice, it's a daily guided exercise or a daily guided meditation that is helping us intake more energy or open up to receive more energy, more prana. And it's a channeled exercise. It's what I've received to share with people and how I do it, but how I also receive to share for others to be able to practice it. And at the end, there's a small speech or of just a few words. And the main thing that we end with is the question of what brings you joy. And we share there, and we share now, that the pranic journey truly is not about how much food you put in your plate and how many days you've been able to be without food, or be fasting, or be dry fasting, or all the things that people discuss about in the pranic groups. that's not the main focus. If that thing is making you grumpy or starving or dissatisfied in any way, shape, or form, that's not a pranic journey. A pranic journey is a journey where you're in joy and you're enjoying. You're enjoying and you're enjoying. And if you're not enjoying, ask yourself why, and ask yourself what brings you joy and go for it. And maybe when you ask yourself what brings you joy, try to not go to something, um, you know, yes, a relationship could help. Yes, lovemaking could help. Yes, this and that could help. But try to look deeper and beyond that and see what truly brings you joy at a deeper level. But also, with the small things, it's good to have an insight about what brings you joy in the physical world and go for it. If something brings you joy and makes you move into a state of, into a lighter state, just go for it and enjoy it. And enjoy it for as long as it takes, because that's what you came here for. So I'm going to take a moment to place a link here just to be able to fully focus on you after this, and I'm going to tell you more about it. So I'm placing in the comments the link to join the full process of 8 days so that you can be with us and enjoy the meditations and go deeper. And thank you, Wade, for your comments. Yes, I am strong, serene, and beautiful as ever. Thank you very much. And I'm developing the skill of being modest, but I'm not there yet. Thank you for being here. Pranic process online. Okay, so call it the energy exchange later, or the payment as we call it. It's good to know that you can still Hi Nicoletta, hi Onus, and Heather, you're also on YouTube, I believe, and Gabriela and Felipe. Everyone is here. Very happy to see you all. What brings you joy, guys? Let me see in the comments, wherever you are. If you're on YouTube, text us there. If you're on Facebook, just let us know. What brings you joy? What brings you a state of elation? What makes your heart sing, in other words? If you're wondering what joy is that thing, that makes your heart sing. So what makes your heart sing these days, or during your life? What did you notice to be making your heart sing? Okay, let's make a game of manifestation now, and write all the words that are joy for you. Can we do that for a few moments? It's gonna create just a very beautiful vibration for us all. I'm looking forward to hear from you. What brings you joy? Love. Well, love is joy. Love, love, love. What else? Let me know, guys. Wait, what brings you joy? Gabriella, what brings you joy? When's the last time you felt joyful? Let's focus on that. And how did it feel, and what was the cause of it? Was it something external, or was it something that was coming from inside and with no reason? Is that possible to some of you, that you just have this feeling with no reason, the feeling of joy? Let me know. To give. Oh, that's a good exercise. I'm ready to receive. Somebody says, playing music, being in the green, the forest, listening to fine artists play music. The babies, oh yeah. So the babies, for me, to silence, being with the loved ones. Wow, so many beautiful things. Let's see, the topic is what brings you joy. What brings you joy, guys? What makes your heart sing? I was going to say that the kids, for me, the children, being around children and being around the pets also, or animals in general, due to their purity mainly, due to their open-heartedness, due to their everlasting innocence, is really, really putting me instantly in a state of joy and elation, even to just watch in their eyes the infinite connection to divinity that they haven't lost yet, that is typical to children and to some to the pets and the beasts, is just something that impresses me so much. And it's very comfortable for me to be around them. It's so uplifting. So thank you for bringing that up. What else brings you joy? Let me know. Who else is learning? So Elizabeth, thank you for being here again. I've just seen you before with David in the Pranic Festival, and I'm placing the music. The music. I was reading a comment. I'm placing the link here in the comments for those who are just passing through the YouTube recording at the moment, and you could join the whole process if you're ready to be with us for 8 days and meditate with us a little bit later, because the video that is now live is not going to be live till the end. So just to know. You have the comments area and you have the link there for everyone. Times are so full, preparing us with cosmic renewed creativity, music, art, family, growth, self-love, values to one another. Oh yeah, honoring one another. When you honor someone to the depth of what he is, and really also being honored, is so beautiful as well. And it really brings me joy to see when people honor each other, when they're truly in tune with the divine nature of the other, and seeing God in all and good in all. That's really something that is good to practice and good to notice as well for me. What else? What else? Bring me some more. This is actually an exercise of manifestation, and you know what? Because it's it's been the Earth Day today, and it's been so starting 21st of April, we've been doing meditations for the Earth Day, and we've been celebrating the Earth Day. And what happened was that we created this vortex, this energy upliftment, this energy peak, where there was a lot of support for planetary evolution created by all the elders. So for me, it was like this. Last night, I went to rest my body at about 12 a.m. and I woke up at 4 a.m. because they were already, all the elders have gathered to be doing the meditation, the earth meditation. And I was feeling them even though my phone wasn't connected to the internet. And I started to meditate, and I meditated for three or 4 hours. And when eventually I turned on my internet at 8 a.m., I was having an invitation to join them. So I jumped into the global earth meditation with elders from all over the world, like chiefs of the Dakota Lakota family, the Unify team, and the grandmothers, and you know, amazing people that have been carried you know, caring for Earth and caretaking for Earth for such a long time, creating this big vortex. And we were sharing, for those of you who are watching, that there's this 444 portal that has opened on the 4th of April, because then was 444, you know, 4 of the 4th of the month of 2020, which is 2 equals 4. So the 444 was then, and the 444 was yesterday with the 22nd 224 2020 2020. So the two portals of 444 have created an arc that has brought so much evolutionary energy on the planet so much power, so much prayers have been said. And if you haven't seen them, just watch on the Unify page or on my page. And there's so much help that we're receiving now because of the prayers. Before, I'm also connected very strongly with beings of light and beings on ships all over the place. And we actually, even now, ask that only the beings of the purest light and love can be present energetically and telepathically with us now. I'm connected to them, and I was seeing that we're very, very helped. And I was seeing that they're trying to support us even more, but people weren't asking for it. People were focused on different things like the shopping and the Netflix and the babies and the careers and the offices and the bling bling and the kaching and all that. What people generally focus on, and humanity was going down the drain. The planet was having serious trouble with pollution and everything else. The species were dying, but we were busy doing something else. We were busy doing more of that, actually. And all of a sudden, all of us stopped. Like we were put on hold. Well, not me, but and some others are also working. But where we were put on hold and made to rest for a little. And what happens now is that by us being put on hold, we're looking deeper into what we really need and what we really want. And there was some desperation on the planet as well, with people losing relatives and dear ones. And what happened as an end result, which was positive eventually, is that people started praying, but like really praying. Actually, not on the edge of another thing that they were doing in parallel, but really deep into prayer and into asking that they're getting help, because they're seeing eventually that this is not something to play with, and that we've reached a limit of unconsciousness that we cannot go beyond. Basically. So due to this prayer that was collective and sustained for so many weeks now, like people praying individually in their houses because of being scared, but also people praying globally. Like we had 2 global meditations already with thousands of people this month. Like thousands of people, millions, not thousands, sorry, have prayed for peace this month during the past 2 weeks. Like imagine the power of this. Like the light beings are having a party as we speak, because these guys on this planet have finally asked for help, are finally in the receiving mode, and are finally into the position, the right attitude to receiving more energy, to receiving more support, to evolving into a new consciousness, to rise up and stand up and evolve into the next step of this era of civilization, which is happening right now. And due to that, of course, we are getting this help. Like nothing can stop this help now, because it's here and we asked for it and we're receiving it and we're open. And suffering sometimes humbles us, and it helps us really get into the receiving mode if nothing else did. Does this make sense to anyone? I've jumped from the joy to the receiving because it's the natural step after joy. And so this is what's happening, that now we're receiving more energy, now we're receiving more prana, now we're receiving the help of the light beings that we're connecting to. And even those who aren't connecting to any light beings are going to get connected. Yes, because people saying are getting goosebumps. Yes, because I'm speaking from direct guidance, and I know that it is so. And it was necessary for us to open up to receive, because they were sitting there with their shits and with everything prepared for us to be meeting them really, and it also in physical it's possible, but to at least meet them in spirit and meet them in a state of openness. And we were all too much down our asses, I might say, to notice that things weren't going so good, and that we need to ask for help, and we need to change our frame of how we look at the world and how we look at ourselves. And now that we finally prayed for help with millions and millions and millions of us, yes, we can receive it. And for those of you who aren't really familiar with what light beings are and what ships are and what I'm talking about in general, you can watch the movie of Dr. Steve Greer, which is called, one of them is called Unseen, I believe. The first one is Sirius like the planet. The second one was Unseen, I believe. And the third one is Prepare for Contact. But to not mistake about this, I'm going to just look it up and make sure that I give you the right information. Before that, like I said, for the new ones who joined, if you want to be with us in the meditation, that is towards the end of this gathering, because I'm preparing to end the live stream on Facebook. If you want to join the meditation and all the other 8 gatherings, just make sure you subscribe to this class. There's energy exchange. There's a link in the comments where you can join and or see all the details, and ask for us to send you the links of the other webinars and of this webinar that is streamed now, to be with us every day and to meditate and to receive the help that you've been asking for. And what I've noticed, and I was saying the other day to the people that were in my workshop until the end, you haven't got that part, is that many people now get a certain guidance from their soul to do a certain step for their evolution, like join a therapy, join a specific workshop, buy a certain thing, or change something in their lives, or doing this and that. But if it's something that involves financial exchange, they instantly get blocked. And they don't take the next step. They say, oh no, I wouldn't do this move now because everybody is in crisis and we're in crisis and we're having this and that. So they get blocked on this, and they block the very source of abundance that is prana, that's meant to flow through them in every way, shape or form, would make them evolve into the next step, including financially. So by blocking yourself and not assessing something that your soul guides you to do, you're blocking not only your evolution, but also the very abundance that is meant to come to you. And you're presenting yourself to the universe as being limited instead of limitless. And guess what? The universe is going to give more of what you present yourself to be. That's the law of manifestation. So I'm saying that because many people have wanted to join the weeks before and even now, and they're stopping themselves from doing so due to either financial aspects or programs or thought forms that are generally installed and in humanity right now. So it's not even yours; it's generally installed at the collective level. That is keeping people from doing anything at the moment. Like everything is freezed because of that. And to unfreeze it for yourselves and others, just move and move and move and move into the direction that your soul calls you into. And the days before, I was refraining myself from saying this. And people were saying, yeah, I would like to do this and that, but I don't think it's a good time now. And I don't think it's a good time now. And then I would ask, well, for financial reasons, given the situation at the global level. And I would ask, are you poor? No, but it's a global situation. And I wouldn't go any further into saying more about this. because I felt, I'm not one to, I should respect their free will. I should, be in alignment with their decisions, whatever they are, good or bad for them. I couldn't know. And eventually I said to a client who has taken a full one-on-one process with me of 7 meetings, and was meaning to take the second one and was hesitating. I said to her what I saw, and I said to her, full honesty, uh, I'm feeling that you're breaking the pranic flow, and I'm feeling that you have enough abundance to do even 5 more processes if you wanted, and I'm feeling that you're blocking yourself out of fear, and it's not even yours, it's a collective fear. And when she looked, and I'm not saying that for you to take another decision that you've already taken, but I'm saying that to make you aware of where you are. And she just looked at it and she said, yes, I was seeing that too. Thank you for at least saying it to me, and I really appreciated that you've said it to me in this way. That's so straightforward. And she thanked me, and then I shared that, these days I didn't say this to anyone, and I've noticed this in so many people. And she really encouraged me to say it to others. So that's why I'm now speaking to all of you about it, because it's a time to unlock ourselves. Okay, there has been a lockdown on the planet. We've all enjoyed it to some degree, and we've been annoyed by it to some degree, and this and that. It's time to unlock, guys. So let's unlock together. Let's unlock first from our minds. Let's unlock our minds from thinking into the same direction that you've been made to think. Let's stop thinking about the crisis and start thinking of solutions and of the positive aspects of it. And let's unlock ourselves at the energy level as well. Let's move into the direction of the flow instead of sitting into the position of the block. Because if you sit there, you're going to get stuck. Like if you sit in water that is freezing, you're going to be frozen with it. Whereas if you start swimming quite fast, before it all freezes over, you're already out, and you can even break the ice if you want to. So are you ready to break the ice? That's the question, and it's the question for all, and it's not only into pranic nourishment, but it's in all aspects of our life. And breaking the ice is moving from the frequency of should and guardedness and frozen energy and blockage and keeping safe, moving everything of this into the direction of joy. So from being frozen to being joyful, it's time to unlock. It's time to open up and evolve. Instead of lockdown, it's time to open up and evolve. Open up and rise. Open up and thrive. And these words have the power to really create the reality that I'm referring to. And with that, I'm wishing you a beautiful evening. Those of you who are on Facebook, I'm really loving to be with you each evening. Some evenings I might, some evenings I might not. Last evening I haven't done a live from this process. But if you want to be with us and meet every evening and share the meditation that we're doing right after, which is quite powerful, it's quite an energy bath that we're doing every evening, just join the link and be with us. I've been picking up my path in groups. I'm never bored of getting some of those instructions again right this minute. Okay, thank you, Wade, for sharing this, and thank you everyone for your comments and the joy indicators that you've given us. Focus more on that, and your life is gonna be much more in the flow and much more in abundance and much more in the pranic stage or status as you focus more on your joy. Big hugs, and text me if you want to join us fully, and blessings to you.